Hi gang, Jeff McAleer here, and today I'm going to take a look at what you'll find in Nature of the Beast. But we're not taking a look at Nature of the Beast City versus Suburb, which was one of the earlier editions of Nature of the Beast. But let me zoom on out so we can compare it to Prairie versus Polar. And I do apologize, I'm picking up a little bit of glare today. So as you can see, this new edition of Nature of the Beast is much larger than the previous editions. Now once again, you're going to see there's the decks of cards. Now this happens to be one of the Kickstarter editions of the game, so it's been signed by the team behind Prairie versus Polar, and there was also the set of exclusive promo cards for supporters on Kickstarter. Now if you follow the gaming gang, you know Elliot and I really like Prairie versus Polar. It's a really fun strategy game. It's a non-collectible card game, so you don't need to buy any booster packs. You get all the cards. There's no rares, just a really nice self-contained game for 2 people, or for 4 if you have additional decks, say for an example, City versus Suburb. You're racing to fill your playing field by shifting your animals around, and the animal movement is governed by different combinations of arrows on each card. So there's almost a puzzle aspect to the game. Winning means you play smart and fill your field, not playing whack-a-mole against your opponent is how iLevel Entertainment presents it. Every time you attack, you risk pushing your army into the dark nature, and it's an easy path to more power, but it also can lead to the destruction of your army as the humans become more aware of the animal war that's raging in the shadows of humanity. A secret animal war, I should say. Nature of the Beast is a great strategy game, and it's very affordable. Prairie versus Polar carries an MSRP of $29.95. So I'll move this out of the way. I'll put this to the side. We'll take a peek at these in just a sec. And let's see what's inside Prairie versus Polar. There we go. So first off, we have the rule book. And I know one of Elliot's and my concerns with the smaller edition of Nature of the Beast is the rule book was pretty small. Now granted, we could read it, but we're older guys, so it wasn't super easy on the eyes. This, much better. So we've got basically a little bit of a discussion of what's going on, the object of the game, as well as the table of contents. You're going to notice there's going to be, I'm guessing, loads of illustrations throughout this rule book. So it talks about what there's in the box. Quick note for fans of the game, because Nature of the Beast has been around for a while. How to win the game. Talking about some key concepts, favor and fury. Breakdown of the cards. Telling you exactly what each card represents. Let's take a closer look here. It's showing what each symbol on the card means. And as I mentioned, there's various different arrows on the card, as you can see here. Zoom back out. Talking about leadership cards, event cards, human cards, location cards, item cards, trap cards, how to start the game, what you do on your turn, an explanation of the various different actions. And as you can see, it's just got loads and loads of examples of play. Different variants to playing the game, as well as an FAQ. Altogether, you're looking at About 20 pages of rules, but keep in mind a lot of illustrations, so it's not all text. And then there's even a quick start guide on the back. One thing that's new in Nature of the Beast, Prairie versus Polar, is the little cards, and these are pretty thick cardboard for your field, where your animals will be located, and they're dual-sided. And I can see that they've been designed to be used with other editions of the game. So we've got the blue, and we've got the greenish yellow. More green than yellow. And the field. Kind of neat. Because, of course, obviously, these weren't included in the previous editions. Little tokens with Nature of the Beast right on them for you. And we've got a storage area here too. Now each of the players has a deck. And in this new edition, there's also a deck of 20, I believe it's 20 bonus cards or trick cards. So there's quite a few more cards in this edition than in the previous editions. So let's take a look at what these cards look like. So we have the two different player decks, and this is a deck building game, so you're able to select the cards that you want in your deck. You have to have a certain minimum, of course. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. As you can see, they all have artwork and different names. And then, of course, down at the bottom, there's a little bit of flavor text, and then there's also an explanation of what special ability they may have. So as we can see here, looking through, and they all have different costs, so some are more expensive than others to bring into play. Here we're looking at, no doubt, the Prairie deck. So these are the creatures. These are some special cards as well. Cattle prod! Oh, man, I hate when somebody uses one of those on me. Then you have the locations. Field of Wildflowers. Ghost Town. Then you have human cards. Cute cowgirl. Yeah, she is cute. Lucky Prospector. I'll leave Elliot to do the Prospector voice. So all in all, as you can see, just a lot of stuff going on in the game. And, you know, the artwork, a lot of it's cute. I mean, it's fun artwork, desperate times. Whoa. But that doesn't mean that the game is by any means just an easy, silly children's game. It's a fun family game. You also have the Favor and Fury, which you'll use those tokens to track. And as I mentioned before, the more Fury, the better you are at attacking, but the more likely the humans are going to find out about it and wipe you out. So there we have the Prairie deck, and we'll take a quick run through the Polar. Alpine Pete, Grumpy Walrus, I know a few people like that. So they're going to be very similar to the other deck that you've got the different creatures from that environment. Killer Whale, yikes. Loyal Lemmings. And so on, and once again we have the various different locations that are available too. So we've got the Polar deck. This is the trick deck. So, and a lot of these far as I understand, are some additional bonus cards that have been included. Cockroaches on the front one there. More areas. So a lot more cards to choose from in this set. And there are some of the humans that are represented on the cards. You gotta love that. The big mean dog with the little itty bitty dog running the show on top. I mean, come on, let's get real. It's kind of cool. But I was going to say, I'm going to show you the Kickstarter promo card set, which unfortunately, if you didn't support Prairie versus Polar on Kickstarter, you didn't receive, but still, I'm going to open it up just to show you. And my understanding is a lot of these were based upon people's ideas, as far as, people who really supported Prairie versus Polar with larger pledges. Also, for doing, going beyond and above to promote the edition as well while it ran on Kickstarter. There was, well, here it is. There was actually a contest for people's favorite podcasts. And there were 2 winners. It was us, Elliot and I, at the Gaming Gang. So there we are. We get our own card. And there should be one for Tom and Eric from the Dice Tower. There we go. The Dice Tower. And these are the trick cards. And obviously these are folks who went above and beyond with their pledges. So kind of neat how they went and did that. And I have to be honest, it's kind of funny. Ellie and I have a card in the game, so I had to kind of throw that out there for you. Yes, you can get the Gaming Gang Nature of the Beast card for $500 on eBay right now because, it was that big promo. I'm kidding. It's probably worth about a nickel. So here you have what's in the box for Nature of the Beast, Prairie versus Polar. Now stay tuned because I will have a review of the new edition. And I'm going to guess I'm going to like it just as well as I did the other versions of Nature of the Beast. But we'll find out. So until then, be sure to come on by thegaminggang.com for all the latest in news, reviews, and opinion regarding the tabletop gaming world, and a whole lot more. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thanks for watching.